Now, the next thing we are going to look at is how we can factorize a quadratic expression. Recall that a quadratic expression was given by this form: ax squared plus bx plus c. Therefore, if we think of any quadratic expression, let's say x squared plus 8x plus 16, how can we factorize such a quadratic expression? What do we need to do actually to make it short, precise, and easy? Now, considering expression 1 and expression 2, we want to compare the coefficients. When you look at expression 1, you realize that the coefficient of x squared here is a, the coefficient of x is b, and c is a constant term. C stands alone. The value that comes before that particular variable is what we refer to as the coefficient. And therefore, if we want to factorize this quadratic expression, what we need to do is look for two numbers. We look for two numbers whose product is AC. AC simply means A times C, and sum is B. So what are the two numbers such that if you multiply them, you get AC, that is the product. If you add them, you get B. So what is our AC here? Our A is the coefficient of x squared in expression 2, and therefore A is 1. Our B is the coefficient of x in expression 2, and therefore our B is 8. Our C is the constant term, the term actually that stands alone, and that is 16. So what are these two numbers that if we multiply, we get 16. If we add, we get 8. The two numbers are 4 positive and 4. Remember, if you confuse the sign and say a negative 4 here and a negative 4 here, the product might be 16, but the sum will not be positive 8. And therefore, we must be clear on the sign. Take that. We replace them back here. We replace them in bx. Bx in this case is 8x. So we replace those two numbers here. So what are we going to have? X squared plus 8x. Remember, the two numbers were positive 4 and positive 4, so we are going to write them instead of 8. So this is going to be 4x plus 4x, which is just equivalent to the 8x that we have, then plus 16. At this point, now we pair them into 2. So 1, 2, we take that as a pair. 1, 2, we take that as a pair. Then we look at each pair. We see there is something which is common in both pairs. In the first pair, we realize that we have x squared plus 4x. What is common here? The term which is common here is x, because it appears here and it appears here too. And therefore, we put it outside the equation so that we have x into x plus 4 plus, when you look at the second bracket, we realize that 4 can be factored out because 4 is common. Therefore, if we factor out 4, we are going to have 4 outside the bracket into x plus 4. At this point now, we are going to take this and this as a unit, as one thing. And in this bracket, you realize that we have the same terms in that bracket. This is x plus 4, this is x plus 4. We are going to take one of them. So what are we going to have at the long run? We are going to have x added to 4. And since this and this is the same, we only pick one. And that is going to give us x plus 4. So at this stage, we say that we have factorized this quadratic expression and gotten that. Thank you for watching. In the next video, we shall look at how we can complete a square. What we saw it as completing the square.